Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we'll be taking a look at two Legends of Batman Imaginext sets, Villains of Gotham City and Heroes of Gotham City. Both of these are actually Canadian exclusive sets. I actually got these from a friend on a Facebook group that was able to hook me up, so shout out to Paula. Very excited to finally get a hold of these. I'm not sure if they're Toys R Us exclusive in Canada, but they're definitely exclusive to Canada. So definitely very excited to get these. You can see here in the Heroes of Gotham City, the figures that are exclusive to this set. Captain Atom, a very early comic book representation of Robin, and what I'm calling the Batman the Animated Series Batgirl. At least that's what it looks like to me with this color scheme. It's just a repaint of the Batgirl of Burnside figure, but done with the TAS color scheme. Otherwise, you have a pretty standard Superman, pretty standard Wonder Woman, and a pretty standard all-black costume Batman here. But these three figures alone make it worth it for me. Taking a look at the back, you can see how it shows the 6 figures again. Shows some of the other toys that were available at the same time. What could these 6 DC superheroes be up to? It doesn't really answer. It just says it in a bunch of different languages. So I guess it's up to you to figure that out. Next up, we have the Villains of Gotham City, which is a really nice pack. You get Deathstroke, a new paint job for Riddler, a certainly new paint job for Scarecrow. Definitely a little bit off the wall color scheme there, but I kind of dig it. Reis Al Ghul, Joker, and then a green skin version of Poison Ivy. I think we've seen this figure before with a kind of pink skin version of Poison Ivy, but this is the first one I've seen with a green skin version, which is pretty cool. So again, it just says, what could this band of misfits be up to? Very open-ended there. But they're two great sets. Definitely a lot of awesome figures in these sets that are otherwise very difficult to come by. So very excited to get my hands on these. I'm going to go ahead and get these guys out of the box here so we can take a closer look. Alright, so here are these figures out of the packaging. I'm going to start with the heroes over here. First up, we have Captain Atom. This guy is really cool. I like him a lot. I think it's so cool that we're getting some of these characters. I don't want to say he's a fringe character, but he's certainly not as well known as, say, Batman, Superman, Robin, things like that. So anytime they get some of these lesser known characters or just, you know, less big 3 characters in their rogues galleries, I think it's so cool. His head can turn from side to side. Now, there's something funny about the figure. He kind of feels like loose, but he's really not. Like, none of his joints are actually loose, but it almost sounds like he makes a kind of a rattling sound, which is weird. I don't know. I can't figure it out. Maybe it's the head. The head's a little loose. That looks to be what it is. Better be careful with that. But yeah, overall, he looks fantastic. If you get a loose head like mine, maybe just don't move the head around so much. Next up, we have Batgirl and what I'm calling the Batman TAS, or the Animated Series color scheme. I believe it is just a repaint of the Batman, or Batgirl of Burnside figure that we got with the motorcycle, where she has kind of the purple and yellow color scheme. But this is kind of the same figure repainted in the Batman the Animated Series color scheme. I think she looks great. I really like it quite a bit. All the same normal articulation, wrist, shoulder, waist, head. But nice cloth cape, and I really like this figure a lot. Next up, we have Robin in kind of a more traditional comic book first appearance look. He's got the legs exposed. He's got the yellow cape. The only other Robin figure that I've seen, and I know there's probably other ones out there, but the one that has the solid green top and the solid green legs. And I just think this is a much better figure, much better paint job, much better detailing, and definitely more comic accurate, which I like a lot. He's got a little bit of a plastic thing on his leg there. I got it off. But nice cloth cape. Really nice Robin figure. Head doesn't seem to move on this guy, but shoulders, wrists, waist, all normal. Next up, we have a Superman. Pretty standard Superman. Doesn't seem like his head wants to move side to side either. He's got kind of the red shorts on the outside, which is not common for all Superman figures. Sometimes they just do everything blue. So this is kind of a more classic look for Superman. But again, looks good. Nice cloth cape. Next up we have Wonder Woman. Again, very classic look for her. She has her magic bracelets. Or gauntlets. What would you call them? Bracers. And she comes with a golden lariat, which is a fantastic accessory. I like that a lot. Very cool there. Makes her a little front heavy, so she kind of wants to fall over. So I kind of just like have her lean on somebody. Here we have Batman. Again, very kind of traditional all-black Batman. We've had figures like this before in previous releases. Head does not move. Otherwise, normal shoulder, wrist, waist articulation for Batman. And he comes with a giant batarang, which I swear, it's a massive batarang. I mean, it's almost as tall as he is. But it can kind of fit into his hand here. He holds onto it fairly decently. So that'll do it for our heroes. Let's take a look next up at our villains. I'll get the Joker out of the way. And not that there's anything wrong with the Joker. And if you don't have one already, it's a great representation. But I feel like there's so many Joker figures throughout various sets that I didn't really need another one. But he looks perfectly good. White face, green hair, purple suit, normal articulation. Good representation of Joker. Next up, we have the green skin Poison Ivy, and I think this scepter belongs to her. It's not really said in the set, or actually, does it say it on the back of the packaging? No, I didn't know if it would actually show it with one of the figures. She's got the normal articulation, shoulder joints. Her head doesn't want to seem to move, and it doesn't look like she has any wrist articulation because her arms are so thin, but she has shoulder articulation normal, and the normal waist articulation. But it's a great looking figure. I mean, she's got the plant print on her arms and legs, which is a pretty cool effect. And again, I think this scepter goes to her, but I'm not 100% sure. But the figure looks great. Next up, we have a kind of strange paint job for this Scarecrow. I kind of dig it, though. I don't know. It's definitely weird. He comes with this scythe, which I appreciate. The other version of Scarecrow that I have is kind of more traditional color scheme, but did not come with a scythe. So I think that's pretty cool. It's definitely a weird color scheme, but it gives him kind of a creepier vibe with this color scheme. I don't know. I kind of like it, though. Normal articulation, head does not move. He's got this kind of cape that it's like a, not a hard plastic, but it's definitely not cloth. And then normal shoulder, wrist, and waist articulation. Then we have this version of the Riddler. I like this one a lot. I like the black hat and the gloves. And the suit looks really good. The pinstripes are cool. He's got pretty much all the same normal articulation. But a really nice representation of the Riddler. I wish, see, instead of the weird staff for Poison Ivy, I wish he came with a Riddler staff. Nice big question mark would have been neat. But unfortunately, no accessories for him. But that would have been nice. Next up, we have Reis Al Ghul, the demon's head. His head can move from side to side, normal shoulder articulation. He's got nice detailing, nice paint. I like the sword that he comes with. I think that's pretty cool. Definitely a nice figure. Another excellent villain to add to Batman's rogue gallery. And then, of course, Deathstroke. This is a really excellent looking figure. I love the look of this guy. Great detail. Great paint. Color scheme is fantastic. The helmet's done perfectly. Love the giant sword that he comes with. Kind of wish there was a way he could have it on his back. That's my only complaint, but it's a minor one. It would have been awesome if there was a way to peg it onto his back, or even just like a little plastic thing that they could just slide into would have been perfect. But I'm not going to complain. It's a really great figure. All of these are really great. If you can find a way to get a hold of these 2-packs, I highly recommend them. Again, shout out to Paula for so much for helping me obtain these 2-packs because they're really great. I love them. Some really great, unique figures to these sets. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you so much for watching.